say that this is the first time I've ever tried to make an ASMR video, but it's not. Somewhere on an old camcorder I got for Christmas years ago when I was like, I want to say 15, but I'd be lying, it'd be more like 20. I think I made one, and of course it never saw the light of day. But maybe this one will. Maybe this one will. I was sitting here for about 20 minutes beforehand, thinking, what the hell am I gonna say? I don't like talking about myself for the best of times, but then doing an ASMR video about it, yikes, no thanks. And I think there's so much pressure to be different, because everyone's got a gimmick. Everyone's got a gimmick, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'd love to have a gimmick, like being the guy who says, you know, don't forget to eat your soup, and I'm the soup guy. But if I'm being honest, I am not genuinely that interested in soup. I am a fan of other things, which I'm going to tell you. I like history. I have a degree in history, which is probably the most expensive thing I have that's completely useless. So that's fun. And I'm nervous. I'm nervous to make this video. But I think it's okay to be nervous. It's okay. That's something you gotta learn as you grow older. It's, you know, nerves by your nervous system. Probably not quite right, but there's something that protects you from danger. But it's okay to be nervous, and you shouldn't feel bad about it, but you shouldn't let it consume you. Because that can be bad. But I think I was overthinking a lot about what I will put in this video, as it's only been 4 minutes and I think I've rambled on a lot, because I care about what the people think. But let's chill out. Let's chill out. I'm going to talk about some things that I like. I like dogs. I fucking love dogs. I love animals. I think there's just an innocence to them that's very alluring. I think you know where you stand. I particularly am a fan of the gorilla. I just think they're such an enchanting creature, because they're so close to humans. I think, you know, early man, there used to be all these different types of other hominids, like the Denisovans, which I'm probably mispronouncing, but, and like Homo habilis, which I think were prerequisite to us as not as, but yeah, obviously Neanderthals. But still, there used to be, you know, quite a lot of different hominids roaming the planet, and we were the only ones that survived, whether that be to breeding out or just not surviving the conditions. But it just makes it quite a lonely experience. Like, humans have had to learn everything themselves. There's no guideline. Like, they say that chimps are in a stone age right now, and that's because they've seen us doing stuff, and they've seen us using tools, and they think, fuck, I'll do that, because they had help. So that advancement, I mean, it could be because of us, it could not be, but that advancement has, you know, it's left them ahead. But that long-winded statement is that it's a lonely experience being the only sentient being on the planet. And so the fact that we can almost communicate with gorillas, and more gorillas than chimpanzees, although orangutans are very smart too, just means that it's less lonely. But yeah, what else do I like? I like magic. Not your Dungeons and Dragons kind of magic, stage magic. Well, I say that, I also like Dungeons and Dragons kind of magic. I once worked for a few years at an elderly care home, and it was my job to, basically take care of the elderly people's mental health, be it through playing games with them or talking to them and understanding them, and to cheer one of them up sometime. One time I decided to learn a couple of card tricks, and I decided to learn a couple of card tricks, and that turned into buying a few magical kits and so on and so on, and then me and another co-worker ended up performing a live magic show for the residents. So I'm a fan of that, and I just, I love coming to my friends with new tricks I've learned. I just think it's fun. That's why I always keep a deck of cards in my pocket no matter where I go, because you never know when you're going to have to perform a trick to put a smile on someone's face. I'm going to try something else now, which I don't think the triggers are actually being heard, but I don't know if that's nice at all. Did I mention this is my first? I don't think I did. This is less soothing for me though. Cheap aftershave. Fucking hell, yeah, that's really fucking cheap aftershave. Oh, I'm so glad I sprayed that right in my face. What else do I like? I like that sponge, I'm going back for it. Smells like desperation and cheap aftershave in here. A winning combination. I like ASMR. I've watched it for many years now. When I first watched it, it must have been about 15. I'm 29 now, so good few years ago. I think her name was Water Whisper or something. And my first thought was, is this something like a Buddhist monk, like part of her religion, that she has to whisper? I used to be a big fan of Ephemeral Rift before it got kind of weird. It was weird, but goddamn, it wasn't like one of the most creative ever. I think I'm probably gonna end it there. But if you enjoyed this, let me know. If you hated it, please don't let me know. I'm incredibly sensitive. And if it was okay, do what you like. I'm not your dad. Thank you for watching. I'm going to keep playing with that sponge.